Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. It is 12:30 on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Time to go ride. I've had sort of a rest week with doing some short, fast group rides, and now it's back to training for the longer stuff. Today is going to be steady state work, changing cadences. Let's see how it goes. I'm about to start my workout up here. I climbed for about almost 1,500 feet, went about 21 plus miles. And this starts the climb that's going to go up around there and higher up to like the 4,200 foot mark. Once we get going, I'll see if I do my workout, which was going to be big gear, small gear work, somewhere between tempo and sub-threshold. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot closer to tempo, if that. Or it just may be that I'm going to spin up and just work on endurance and live to ride another day, so to speak. Let's find out what happens.
It turned out I was feeling better than I thought I was going to be feeling. This was a very good workout for me. Since a lot of my spare time recently has been spent getting ready for this race that I'm putting on, this video was initially recorded about 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, and it's now that I'm doing the voiceover for it. I therefore get to see how this training block has benefited me. So this particular training block had gone on for about 3 weeks. 2 weeks of doing these exercises, and due to scheduling conflicts and timing, a week off, where I again did 2 very fast, high-intensity group rides. The workout that you're seeing me do now, or basically seeing the road in front of me and the data on the far left-hand corner, is what has given me significant improvement 3 weeks later. So I spent a certain amount of time in a lower cadence, and then that same amount of time at a much higher cadence. I do this in a steady state zone, which is right in the middle between tempo and threshold. And I do this all the way up for, in this case, for about 50 minutes up this climb that I'm working on. This gives me significant muscular endurance. I look at how I'm riding now and how I was riding before I started doing these workouts, and it's almost like night and day. This is a very hard workout. It takes a lot of motivation to complete this, much less start it. If you don't have the motivation, find the motivation. There are a couple keys to this workout, and one of them is consistency. Another is staying focused for that entire time so that you have the same intensity whether you are in the high cadence or the low cadence interval. Being focused, motivated, and consistent are the 3 important keys for this workout.
That workout went easier than I thought it was going to be. Let's see what happens with going back up Old Toll House, which is about 6.7 miles, averaging 7.5%.
I am now doing a second big climb of the workout. This one is going to be a little shorter by a mile plus, but it's going to be steeper. While the first climb was more structured, this one is just endurance, steady endurance. Along with getting the saddle time, I want to see how I feel while I'm doing this climb. Now, the wattage that I'm seeing here looks pretty good. It was in the low 200s toward the end of the climb. Still, I felt good on this climb. And so that's an indication of this training block and how well it's working for me. I think at this point I'm approaching the 2 mile mark, and the wattage is now going south of 250. The first 4 miles of the 6.7 mile climb is pretty steady at about 7.5%. Then I run into a couple of intermediary walls. Those lead to kind of a uphill rolling terrain in which it ends with a 0.7 mile wall that averages something like 15%. So it is a pretty tough one. Thanks for listening. I'm going over to my post-ride commentary.
Very good ride for me. I got to the Stevens turnaround before the group did, well before the group did, so I just came on home. Got some hot foot, got a little lactic acid building up in my legs when I was going a little harder, but all in all, a very good day. So now I've got to do all the right things to get ready for Thursday. all the right things in terms of recovering. Got the massage, eating right, getting enough sleep. Thursday morning is going to be the very, very, very short and fast group ride. We'll see how we do. And then this weekend is going to be a 100-mile organized ride. It's going to be a fast ride with moderate climbing on it. So I'm going to try and stick with the fun group, whatever the fun group is. Okay guys, remember, and gals, comment, like, subscribe, The Cycling Greek.